Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on group velocity. As in the previous class, we have already discussed that when the particle is moving with a certain velocity, particle is not localized. Basically, I am saying that when the particle is moving having some velocity, then it is associated with a large number of wave, or if these all waves, these individual waves, they will superimpose with each other, then finally they will form a wave having the velocity. Suppose I am writing it as vg, v subscript g. This is called the group velocity, and this group velocity is nothing but the velocity with which the maximum amplitude moves, that is called the group velocity. This group velocity, it is the superposition of this individual waves. Okay, so the velocity with which the center of a wave group, that is the maximum amplitude it moves, is called the group velocity of the wave group. Okay, but this can be defined as the group velocity is the velocity with which the energy in the group is transmitted. Okay, this transmission of energy with some velocity, suppose vg, it is called the group velocity. Okay, and here the individual wave means these are suppose the group of wave that travels with the, if they will superpose, then the wave having the maximum, when they will superimpose and the maximum amplitude, if I am describing in this way, the maximum amplitude wave that travels with some velocity vg is called the group velocity. But this individual wave, they also travel with some velocity, and that velocity, the individual wave velocity, is called the phase velocity. Individual wave velocity is called the phase velocity, and the group of wave, when they will superpose, then they will form an individual or the resultant wave. That resultant wave velocity is called the group velocity. Okay, this is the basic difference between phase velocity and the group velocity. Individual wave velocity is called the phase velocity, and the group of wave, when they will superpose, the resultant wave velocity is called the group velocity. Okay, now the first point is, here I am writing the velocity vg, that is the, when I am writing vg, it is understood that this is for your group velocity. The velocity vg of the wave group, this is for the group of wave of the wave group, we can write it as, this is equal to, by definition this will be equal to, for the group of velocity, this is equal to delta omega divided by delta k. This is for the group of wave. And the next is, when this omega and k, they have continuous spreads. Okay, when they have omega and k, omega means your angular velocity, sorry, angular frequency, and k is the wave vector. Here I am writing k as the magnitude. This is your, or k is also known as your propagation constant. When omega and k have continuous spreads, when they have continuous spreads, then the group velocity can be written as, this is continuous, so that we can write vg equal to limit delta k tends to 0, delta omega divided by delta k. This is for continuous group of wave, so this will be equal to d omega divided by dk. Clear? This is the same expression for the continuous wave. We are writing vg equal to d omega by dk. So this d omega by dk is also can be written as, this is vg equal to, again here I am writing vg will be equal to d of, in place of omega, if I will multiply one h cut here and divided by d of h cut, here I am multiplying here h cut k, since h cut is a constant, if I will take outside from the derivative, then this will be get cancelled, h cut get cancelled. So this will be finally equal to, you know, h cut omega equal to E equal to h cut omega and P equal to linear momentum equal to h cut k. So we can write this is the d of E divided by dp, d by dp we can write. So we can represent this groove velocity as d omega by dk, which is also equal to dE by dp. This is the final expression. Just try to remember this. Vg equal to groove velocity equal to d omega by dk, which is equal to d by dp. Okay. Now we will calculate for the groove velocity for photon, groove velocity for the material particle, etc. So let us start. Let us see the groove velocity of photons. We know the total energy for the photon, we can write it as E equal to P into C. P is the linear momentum. So that we can, if we will differentiate energy with respect to the linear momentum, so we will get the groove velocity, because we know Vg equal to groove velocity equal to d omega by dk. If I will multiply h cut in the denominator and numerator, we will get dE by dp. So this will be dE by dp equal to simply C into dp by dp. So this will be C, or we can write it as Vg equal to this groove velocity equal to C. That is, in case of photon, we can write the groove velocity of photon is equal to the velocity of light. Okay. So just write it. That is, the groove velocity of photon, the groove velocity of photon is equal to the velocity of light. Okay. Now we will check for the groove velocity for the material particle. So for the material particle, we can write the total energy. Suppose for the total energy, I am writing capital E of a material particle, total energy of a material particle with non-zero rest mass. We are considering the rest mass is non-zero. This is non-zero rest mass. It can be expressed as E square equal to P square C square plus m naught square C power 4. This total energy term we have seen in the relativistic case. So this will be, it can be also written as E will be equal to root over of, this is root over of P square C square plus m naught square C power 4. Now we will focus on the groove velocity, that is Vg equal to d by dp. So this is we are calculating for the relativistic particle. Let me write it here. This is for relativistic particle. I will differentiate this energy expression with respect to P. Now this Vg will be equal to, here I am writing Vg equal to d by dp, so that this will be 1 by 2 into this total term power half. So this can be written as this total term, that is P square C square plus this will be m naught square C power 4 total power minus half, because while taking the derivative this power will be 1 by 2 minus 1. This will be minus half into, since we are taking the derivative with respect to P, so this will be 2P into C square, or this will be 2C square into P. Okay. Now 2 to get cancelled, this will be equal to c square. This total term can be written as 1 divided by root over of p square c square plus m naught square c power 4. That's why we can write it as, this is nothing but energy expression. This will be c square by E into this p term. Are you getting? This is the p square c square plus m naught square c power 4. Power minus up means this will be 1 divided by this total term power 1 by 2, or this is the root over of 1 by root over of this much. That's why I am writing it as 1 by E. So that we will get Bg equal to c square divided by E into, in place of P, here I have to write in place of E. I will write directly here. This is for energy. Here I am writing mc square into, in place of momentum I am writing m into v. So that if I will get cancel m with m, this will be, and c square with c square. That's why we will get Vg equal to v. What is this v? This v represents the velocity of the material particle. This v is the velocity of the material particle. Or we can say that this is the velocity of the relativistic particle. This is the groove velocity, which is equal to the velocity of the material particle. So we can say that the groove velocity, here I am writing the de Broglie wave. This is called the de Broglie wave. We'll discuss more on this de Broglie. This you may pronounce it as de Broglie, but this is actually pronounced as de Broglie. This de Broglie wave, the de Broglie wave group, here I am writing the de Broglie wave group. The de Broglie wave group associated with moving particle, this de Broglie wave group associated with a moving particle travels with the same velocity as that of the particle. Okay, that of the particle. That is we call Vg equal to V. So here we have proved that Vg equal to V. This is the groove velocity of the material particle. This is for the relativistic case. Here we are dealing with the relativistic particle. Now we will see for the non-relativistic particle. If I will calculate for the non-relativistic particle, I think you must know what is relativistic particle and what is non-relativistic particle. When the particle moves with a comparable velocity with the light, if its velocity is comparable with the velocity of light, then that is called the relativistic particle. And for the non-relativistic particle, here we will see the groove velocity equal to dE by dP, which is equal to, in place of E, we can write this will be equal to d by dP of, in place of E, total energy, we are writing in terms of momentum, that is p square by 2m, which is equal to, I think you must know how I am writing E as p square by 2m, because this E equal to half mv square. If I will multiply m and divide by m, this will be m square 1 by 2 m square v square divided by m. We know the linear momentum is mv, that's why this will be p square divided by 2m. Now if I will differentiate d by dp with respect d by dp for p square by 2m, this will be 1 by 2m is constant into the derivative of p square is 2 into p. 2 to get cancelled. The final expression will be p by m. Again, if I will put the value of p, that is mv, divided by m is that will be equal to v. That implies this group velocity equal to the material particle velocity. So we can say that whether it may be for relativistic case or it may be non-relativistic case, this is always true. That is, the group velocity of the particle will be always, particle means the moving particle. The wave group associated with that moving particle is equal to the actual velocity of the particle. So finally what we have concluded, that is the group velocity for the photon, this will be equal to the velocity of the light. This is for photon, and this group velocity is equal to the velocity of the material particle. This velocity is the velocity for the particle, or we can say that this is for the material particle. For the material particle, Vg will be equal to V, or this V denotes the velocity of the individual particle, velocity of the particle. Whether it may be the relativistic particle or it may be the non-relativistic particle, the value will remain the same, that is Vg equal to V. But in case of photon, this Vg equal to C. For this material particle, you may prove it in another way by considering omega equal to 2 pi nu, and by considering k equal to 2 pi by lambda, you may calculate d omega by d nu, and you may calculate, sorry, d omega by dv you have to calculate, because 2 pi nu is your 2 pi, you can write 2 pi, this will be nu equal to mc square divided by h, and since this m is the relativistic particle, we can put m equal to m naught divided by 1 minus v square by c square root over. Here I am writing this is equal to 2 pi, in place of m you can write this will be m naught divided by 1 minus b square by c square root over, and this c square term remain as it is, and this h term remain as it is. It will remain as it is. Similarly, you have to convert this k in terms of the velocity expression, that is in terms of v, you have to convert in this way, because you know lambda equal to h by p, and in place of p you have to put mb, and in place of m you have to write this again m naught divided by 1 minus v square by c square root over. So you have to again calculate dk divided by dv. You have to differentiate k vector with respect to velocity v. Then you have to calculate Vg equal to, you know, Vg equal to d omega by dk. So you have to multiply this two term, that is d omega by dv, with the dv by dk. So in this way you may also calculate for the material particle by considering omega and k, and you have to just convert this omega in terms of the rest mass, in terms of the mass, that mass varies with the velocity, that is the mass is not constant. In case of the relativistic case, m equal to m naught divided by 1 minus v square by c square root over. Or you may proceed in this way, that is by calculating Vg equal to d by dp. So this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all for watching the video. Jai Jagannath.